chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and turn your work. And again, those 4 chains count as a stitch, so we're going to place our first stitch into this second stitch here. So not this one, this one. So to create the treble, we're going to yarn over our hook 2 times, insert your hook into that next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Again, yarn over 2 times, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now on to the next stitch. And remember, whenever you're working this stitch and basically any other stitch, you can use the first row to pull down on your stitches. Don't worry about creating holes in your work. It will almost always go back to the way it looked. And plus, we're just practicing, so just be patient with yourself. Now I'm going to continue treble crocheting down this row, and I'll do it a little bit slow so that you can follow along. All right, and now we're approaching the last stitch, and the last stitch in our row, in this row, will be the top chain from those 4 chains that we skipped. So it'll be this chain here. So yarn over twice, insert your hook into that top chain, and create your treble. All right, and that's it for round 2. So as always, for this practice swatch, we're just going to repeat row 2 until you reach the length that you'd like. Right now, I'm going to continue until I reach row 5, and then we'll go over counting the treble crochet stitch and counting the rows. And then I'll tell you about today's challenge. Okay, so here I have my swatch of 5 rows of the treble crochet. So I'm going to go ahead and tie off my yarn, so just cut your yarn. Remember to yarn over and pull that yarn all the way through and pull tight for that knot. Now I just wanted to go over here. I just wanted to show you this really quick. So whenever you look at it, it doesn't look like my edges are really straight. They look kind of crooked. But what's happening here is because this stitch is so tall, it has lots of space in between each individual stitch. So because of this, whenever you are chaining that 4 at the end of the row, and skipping that first stitch, it creates more of a hole and like a tilt. So if your work looks like this, you're not doing anything wrong. Just make sure that you're counting your stitches and that your stitches are still even. So just like here. So this is our bottom row here. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we have 11 stitches. That's how many we started off with. And so let's look at the top and let's count again. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we still have the same amount of stitches. There were no stitches skipped. It just looks a little funky because of how spacey it is. Okay, so